Howdy y'all, I am Ice Gold, and recent PvP change proposals have had very dire implications on raids, and I talked about this in a video back on Thursday. For those unaware, trap and blade gambits like Primal Oni and other blade and trap gambits outs are going from double damage on the gambit, as you can see it says ×2 here, but it will be going down to 1.4 times, which is an extremely substantial nerf, and there are people who feel like it's an overcorrection, even for PvP, and the reason for this was, as of late, there have been a lot of people off-schooling in PvP, and abusing the resistance and health of a lower DPP school while running a ton of storm damage and brute forcing a Rain of Torrents gambit, or even the Turmoil Oni gambit in certain situations. There really wasn't much you could do against this because the quote-unquote strategy involved the best of both worlds, being, again, high resist and health with close enough damage to a storm. This needed a nerf badly. The devs have finally delivered on that, and with the Nightmare patch possibly coming within the next 7 days, this change will go through. In addition to the Gambit nuke, which I do disagree with as a whole in favor of the other solution the devs are also implementing at the same time for some reason, because double the nerf, right team? They're capping off-school damage at significantly lower values depending on school, so that you can't hit harder with an off-school hit than you could with your main school. And this is what I wish they left it at. It would have solved off-schooling as a whole while letting Storm keep their pressure with the most powerful gambits by far. But the Gambit nuke coming with it just doesn't really fix the problem as much, and if anything, will create another buff stacking meta where people will just use on-school gambits that didn't get nerfed, or even gambits that got buffed in Shield Gambit's case. They are, in fact, as of today, the 26th, when I'm recording this, they are buffing Shield Gambits. Fantastic Djinn, the Myth Djinn, will go up to 2100 on the Gambit from 1850. Doom Oni will go up to 1985, if I'm not mistaken, and fortunately, Kelvin's Icy Gaze, the Ice Scion, was included in this, and it will be going up to 1940. But Shield Gambits were already the best, so it's a little perplexing as to why they're getting buffed again. As much as these nerfs were needed in the arena, there was a way to do it without inevitably creating an even worse meta. That being said, this overcorrection has extended to raids in a particularly ugly way. PvP and raids are both part of advanced combat, which also includes challenge mode and boss rematches like the Pendragon rematch that people do for the Guild Museum, if you care about that at all. Which, according to the devs and their Munches' pipe dream, is supposed to be this path where regular PvE players will try challenge mode fights, then raids, then PvP. I challenge everyone watching this to name someone who's actually taken that path. Any PvPer will tell you that this is not something that happens, and PvP is vastly different compared to raids. Again, raids and, boss rematches and challenge mode, that is all still PvE, while PvP is, well, PvP. They are very different, and there's no way to compare the two, and I'm honestly tired of the devs saying they should be comparable, because it's oh hey, what's good, Seth? Any raid main will say the same, and both communities wish that changes made to the two game modes could be separate. The proposed Gambit and off-school changes are a death blow to some of the most prevalent Crying Sky raid strategies. One of the most prevalent strats out involves 11 people using off-school stats and hits so that they never have to worry about the Death Beckons You cheats used by the minions in the raid. These chromatic weaknesses and shield cheats encourage off-schooling, and now that off-schooling is going to be totally dead in raids because of changes targeted at PvP, it completely takes that strat out of the running, which is never a good thing. The more ways to beat the raid, the better, in my opinion, and although the creator of this strat and I have gone back and forth a few times over elitism from both of our ends, to put it lightly, we are united on this issue. And that's when the devs should know they've messed up. Two people, and by extension 2 guilds, totally opposed to using each other's strats for whatever reason, are now on the same page, united against them. We don't support this senseless nuke applying to raids because it will completely destroy their strat, raising the barrier to entry even higher than it already was. And I think, again, the more people that are raiding, the better, and this will discourage people from raiding, despite new gear being out. People are giving up on raiding and creating strats to beat the raid, which is not where the devs want to be if they care at all about their community. Although my attempts may be futile, I am calling on the developers to wake up from their pipe dream and separate PvP from raids, and by extension the rest of advanced content. It'll be much easier to balance one without causing mass controversy in the other's community, and it's my hope that they'll actually spring for this. So thank y'all for watching. I have been Ice Gold. Be sure to like, subscribe, and leave like 50 comments for the algorithm. My Discord is down in the description if you want to chat with me some more, and I will see y'all later.